In this video, I'm going to go over the layers panel in the documents panel over here. It is down here on the bottom. First of all, I will show you that you can adjust this so you can see more layers. You can also double click on this line and it will put it here. That way you can see even more. Of course, you have a scroll bar. Now you can pop this out, but right now there's a little bug that needs to be fixed before the software actually gets released, and that's when I click on it. See how it flashes like that? It shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and put it back over here and keep it, double click on this icon down here to keep it over here. Alrighty, so now I have this selected. In my layers panel, you can see that that is selected. Let me zoom out here. And if I select the document text, it's going to highlight the document text. Alright. Now I can click on this square. There's a check mark inside to hide the layer. I can also click on this dot, which will highlight with a little circle around the dot. That locks the layer. So I can't select it. I can't do anything to it. I can't move it. I can't do anything because it's locked. Alright. And then I can double click on the document text and my layers properties are going to come up. I can rename the layer. I can change the color. I can choose to show it or lock it. If I lock it here and I click OK, then you can see I can't select it or anything because it's locked. I can unlock it over here. Alright, and then let's go to this next page here. I have a bunch of shapes. Alright, I have some in a folder that's not named. I have some in a group that's not named. You can double click on it to get your properties and you can name it whatever you want. I'll just name this one shapes. And I like to use capital letters because I can see it better. If I click on the color, I'll just change this to a white page because there's 3 different colors in there. And click OK. So now you can see that my page color here has changed. Alright, so that's what that does. And then you have a little thumbnail here to see what you have in your project. You can okay, that's in a folder actually, so let me go back. Okay, so then you have your page color. If I double click on this folder, I can change this to a blue and I can name the folder if I want. Excuse me, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just leave it named folder and show it and click OK. You can see that I didn't get a page marker. Okay, so that does not work for folders. It does work for groups, but not for folders. So now if I click on this arrow, it shows me that I have 2 layers in this folder right here. And if I select one, I can do whatever I want with this. I can reshape it, I can do whatever and put it back, or not. I can have it over here, and once I close this folder, it then groups it. Okay, so let me open that back up and choose one of the triangles. I actually want this one, and I'm going to move it back over here, and then I'm going to close the folder and it's going to group them. Okay, so then I have text. If I lock the text, can't move it, can't select it, can't do anything to it. If I select both of my texts, I only get one selected because this one is, and I don't know what I just did. I'm moving too fast. Can't do anything with it, so I'll go ahead and unlock the create. Okay, and then we have groups. So if I open up the group folder. Now, sometimes if you purchase an SVG file from Etsy or wherever, and you bring it into your software, they sometimes group everything. So if you import it into the Create software, it may come in like this, and you'll see everything, but you won't be able to select any individual object, and that's because they are grouped. There's a little G on your group. So click that arrow and that will ungroup them, and then you can select each layer and do whatever you would like with them. Okay? You can make a new folder. If I click on this button, I have a new folder. It's actually empty right now. So let me go ahead and draw some shapes here. And I will select both of these. I'll go to my selection tool and hold shift and select both of those layers and drag that down into that folder. So with these two layers, when I left click and hold, if you look right here, I have a black square at the end of this line. If I move it to this folder, it has now a white circle inside, and that means that it's going to go into whatever is above it. So if I let go, now in this folder, if I expand it, I have those two shapes. Okay, this is very nice for keeping everything organized. Okay, so let's see, I went through all of that, group, shapes, how to name it. Okay, so now we have up here under the menu tab, we have file. We can add a layer folder, so if I click that, it adds another folder. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Nope, go back, because I did not have it selected. My shapes were selected. I'm going to select that folder and delete that folder. Okay, go back to the layers panel, and I gotta have something selected. Okay, go back to the layers menu, sorry, and then I can duplicate the current layer. If I click on that, you can see it duplicated that folder of groups, but I don't see it, and that's because it's directly on top of your other group. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete that. If I hit delete, you'll see it disappear. Alright, let me select this again, go back up to layer, and then we have delete current layer. So I can choose my triangle folder. I can open that up and choose a triangle, and I can go up to layer, delete current layer, or I can select it here and delete it. Okay, so that's a way to delete something. And then we have arrange. Alright, let me select these here, and I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. You can see a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm going to go to, actually I'm going to go over here to my group folder, and I'm going to ungroup it basically, and I'm going to choose the yellow triangle. Now I will come over to layer, arrange. If I raise the layer, it is going to be above the green square but under the red circle. Alright, and then with it, the triangle still selected, if I lower it a layer, it puts it back. So let me go ahead and arrange layer to the top, and then I can arrange the layer to the bottom. Alright, and then I can arrange it, raise just that layer one step basically. Okay, and then I have show hide. I can show all layers or hide all the layers. Let me zoom out here. They are all hidden, but I can turn them on. So let's say I just wanted to work with these shapes, I didn't want that other stuff in the way, then that's a way to do that. I can go back and I can show all layers. I can show or hide, toggle all layers. Alright, so now everything, if I show all layers and then I go, let's say I have something selected. Moving too fast again. Alright, I have something selected. I'll go to layer and toggle all layers. It turns everything off, but it still allows me to select the shapes, but as you can see, they are not showing up. So if I go to layer, show, hide, show all layers, and then toggle through, you know, I don't know so much about that. I would just use my layers panel over here. I was playing with it earlier and I thought I had that kind of figured out, but now I kind of don't know that I do. But if I stumble upon the true meaning of it, I will definitely let y'all know. Okay, so that's toggle all layers. Now I have something selected. Let's go to layer properties, and it brings up your layer properties again. I have the red circle. I can change this color to red the same way that I can do if I double click. Alright, and that's it. That's the layers panel. A great way to keep your designs organized, I think. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.